you want. And yes, of course, there's always going to be situations in everyday life that we do have to learn to sort of tolerate, and that we aren't able to always honor their requests. So that's something that we are going to start to want to teach also. Sometimes my hand might be near your iPad or whatever it is, that we're going to have to teach also being okay with certain things. And when we are teaching our learners to tolerate something, it's not going to be us coming in and touching their iPad, for example, like for a really long time. It's going to be slowly something that we're going to do. That's a post for a separate day. But maybe just for a little bit, I would say, I just need to have my hand here for a sec. And then I would pull it away. We want to teach our learners to be successful in those situations. And there's ways to go about teaching that. But the point of this post is to explain that teaching our learners to be able to demand for us to stop doing something or for something that they don't want, and then us honoring that, and then eventually teaching to tolerate it. Because if you start right away from the get-go of teaching your learner to just tolerate it, and they don't even have the language to tell you they don't want that, you're never going to be successful going from 0 to 100. You have to give your learner the language to at least to tell you that they don't want something. I've had learners before where I've just taught them to say no. So an example of this could be if I asked a learner to come to morning meeting and they don't want to come. Every time you ask them to transition, it evokes problem behavior. Then I would want to practice setting up times to transition them. So, saying, hey, John, come to morning meeting. And as soon as you see that their motivation is kicking in, that they're not going to want to do it, just prompt, tell me no. And your learner says no, and you honor that. But again, if you go straight into, you need to tolerate coming to morning meeting, you're not going to be successful and you're going to have problem behavior. And as a teacher, if you are having a ton of problem behavior during morning meeting, then you would want to look at, why is my morning meeting so aversive and how can I make it more fun for my students? Then after your learner is reliably saying no without problem behavior, then you're just going to teach them to start coming for a little bit and then building that up and making morning meeting fun and somewhere that they want to be, so not somewhere that's super duper aversive for them.